Good morning and welcome to Iridium Rock and Metal Review. So today, coming to you from work, my break, we're going to go through 2001, the best song. So I've got 5, so it's not brilliant. There's some that sort of are on the cusp of making it, but not quite good enough. But the 5 I'm going to talk about are pretty good. We obviously, with the top ones being very, very good. So 2001, without further ado, going for number 5, my least favourite of the best songs is Tool and The Patient from Lateralus. So I was really into this album, and it's a bit strange with Tool. I sort of, when, like, you know, that new album dropped last year, I think it was, I was really into it for a period of time. And I like to go back to them now and again, but I'm not a constant listener of Tool. When they've got something new out, which ain't often, I really get into it and give it a good listen. But then, you know, even with the new album, I've sort of not listened to it for a while. But I think Lateralus was a really good album. That's when I first actually heard Tool, I think. I didn't listen to them before that. But The Patient is a very good song. I like it when they do. Obviously, it's quite a long song. There's quiet bits, there's loud bits, it gets going and it slows down again. I know, I can understand why it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not fully mine, but they do a few brilliant tracks on each album. This is one of them, The Patient, and my number 5. My number 4, Savatage, There in the Silence from Poets and Madmen. So this was the return of John Oliver. Great singer. You know, he's got everything I want from a singer because he's got a powerful voice, this guy. He's got character. You know, you can tell it's him when he's singing. Even though Zach Stevens did a really good job, John Oliver's, for me, is the outstanding Savatage vocalist. And I really like this album. And I was just going through it the other day just to check which one I wanted to put on this list, and I love There in the Silence. It reminds me, especially on the verses, it's got that gutter ballet feel to those chords. I don't know if you know, you Savatage fans, if you know what I'm talking about, hopefully. But love it. They deserve to be on this list probably every time a song comes out, every time an album's out. So my number 3. This is probably my favourite song from this band, and that's System of a Down and Aerials from Toxicity. Love this song. It's so to the point. It's like a 3-minute song long. Not, I don't think, just over 3 minutes, I think. That's it. Brilliant, crushing chords, Sabbathy, doomy chords on it. Easily my favourite song from them, and I think it's because it takes it a little bit more seriously, this song, than some of their other stuff. You know, they really fuck around, don't they, on records. You know, it's like sometimes you listen to System of a Down stuff, you think, what the fuck is going on here? But this is more serious. This is more, I wish they had actually do more stuff like this. I love it. I love that Toxicity album as well. It was like, I think during that year, 2001, it was my most played album. Not now. I've got other stuff that from 2001 now that I listen to more than I do that. But at the time, it was a huge album for me. And Aerials is a fucking brilliant song. My number 2, Jorn from House of Cards from World Changer. This was the first proper Jorn album to me. He did bring one out before. I can't even remember the name of it, but I didn't get into it. Didn't get into it at all. But he hit the ground running on this one. I love this album. It's a bit progressive, but not too much. And, you know, it was less of his Dio, you know, sort of stance that he took on later on his career. But this is a fucking brilliant album. And there's a few songs on here that I could have chose. House of Cards is a brilliant sort of slow song. Catchy as fuck. I'm thinking of it now when I'm talking about it. Absolutely brilliant song, brilliant vocal from Jorn on this one. One of my favourite singers, as you all know. And that leaves my number 1, and it goes to Iced Earth and Damien from The Horror Show. So, although this is not one of Iced Earth's best albums, although I like it all the way through, I absolutely love this song, and it's pure evil, this one. Obviously, it's about the horror show. If you don't know, the Iced Earth album is all about horror films, if you like, or books. Or so there's like there's one about the Wolfman, you know. There's one about Ghost, and it goes on and on. But Damien, it actually takes quotes. I think it's from the third Damien film, Omen 3, where he was an adult. It might be through all the films, but there's definitely a quote on here from that. And when he says it in this song, it creeps me the fuck out. I think it's brilliant. I love horror films as well, so it's a perfect match, isn't it? Metal and horror. You can't go fucking wrong there, can you? So that's my 2001 list. Thank you very much for listening. And my 2002 one, I might not do it tomorrow because I've had a suggestion of an album I've got to listen to now. Now I've had a suggestion. I can't do the list in case it gets included. So I've got to get hold of that album. I've got to listen to it. And I've got to decide whether it's going to hit my 2002 list. So you know that person who suggested the album to me. So I'm gonna get hold of that, and I'm gonna listen to those songs, and it may or may not be included in my 2002, but now I can't not listen. So I'm gonna need a little while to do the 2002 list. So yeah, thank you very much. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, red button. Thank you.